What exactly is the problem there?
Thank you very much once again. Actually, this issue started 2 years ago when we had it in various newspapers that part of our school land is being treated for a shopping mall. Leaders of the SRC, we agitated and we went to our board of directors to question them and find out as to how true the whole issue is. When we got there, indeed, they made us aware that there is something of that sort, but to them, they don't call it selling, but rather they call that thing PPP, private partnership.
But I listened to, I think is it the rector you call him? The director of your school?
Yes.
And is it the director of your school or the Forestry Commission? They said it was going to be an office complex for the Forestry Commission and not a shopping mall, like the students alleged.
Yes, Nana, the issue is that is what they've been telling the various media houses.
But it's not true, according to you.
Yes, and even according to them, they made us aware that they don't have the funding to put up the structure. So by so doing, they have had an engagement with a private investor to put up this structure for them. And in an exchange, they are giving the investor a portion of the land that is in question. So obviously, there is some sort of transaction.
So the students are basically unhappy with the land that is being converted to supposedly a shopping mall or whatever they are claiming to do. But we saw pictures from your school, the students, and the way they were behaving, destroying school property. That was quite irresponsible, wasn't it?
Yeah, Nana, you can put it that way from your side, because I remember...
How would you describe the scenes from your school that day when your students were protesting? Do you think it was responsible?
I wouldn't call that action responsible, but
what was it?
I just want to, brief you about what led to that.
I will come to that, because we all have a fair idea, but I want you to speak to what we saw your students doing. How would you describe that behavior? And I think we're going to pull visuals of that, just in case you don't remember.
I do remember very well. I do remember. That was the engagement with the Langards. Is that not it? Yes, I do remember very well. I have no justification whatsoever for the actions, but I would say that it happens due to the actions of the Langards on the premises. They started...
Who brought in the land guards?
The contractor. The contractor. I mean, somewhere last weekend, we realized that there were some workers working on the land. So we went to ask them, because management informed us that they would want to have a meeting with the leadership to brief us about the procedure before if any work will be ongoing. So we were waiting for that meeting until we just witnessed...
These are your students?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Before this action, you saw Langas throwing stones at our lecturers and our students and all that. So, in fact, before this, I was trying to, calm them down, but... I couldn't stand it.
It was difficult for you?
Very difficult. So I needed to call in the airport regional police to come in to restore.
So now you've turned your anger on the minister?
Yes, very well.
Okay, briefly tell us, just before I wrap up, what are you expecting?
We really want to state that the action of the minister to us wasn't right.
What is the action? Closing your facility down?
Yes, because if anything at all, we have finished your office with a copy of our petition, so we're looking forward to have a roundtable discussion or something of that sort. But all these were not done, just to have a story or a report from one side of the stakeholders, and you based on that to come out with a directive saying that the school should be closed down.
They didn't explain anything to you?
Nothing. As we speak now, we don't even have official document with the signature of the minister stating or backing the action that he took.
So then you stay on campus?
We are there.
Okay.
We are on campus.
Okay.
Yes, because we presumably it means that to us indirectly there's nothing going on.
So until you receive an official communication to that effect?
Yes, very well. Even this afternoon, I was in his office. He called me this morning that he wants to have a meeting with me and my executive.
Okay.
So we were there to meet him. But we've not come into a compromise yet. We are yet to meet him tomorrow again, and then
Hopefully you pile pressure on them.
Very well.
Yeah, you should.
Very well.
You should pile pressure on
Very
them.
well.
We'll be here to support you, not the misbehavior though.
I know you run away from that.
Run away from which one?
The misbehaving.
But why would I stay with misbehavior?
No, you keep saying this.
You said I'll run away. Why would I stay with a behavior of that sort?
I put it in that context, not just to mean that you would want to join the students in that action.
It's good you clarified.
You are not a student of
All
that
right, thank you.
institution.
But the fact that you're a student doesn't mean you should do that. You don't destroy school property. Thank you. Bright Joseph Nsia is the SRC president for the Ghana School of Surveying and Mapping. Thank you very much for talking to us. Kojo Edwasare is next on State of Affairs. We'll also be crossing over to the Alisa Hotel, where the NPP is sitting on the Bugri Nabu and Otiko Jaba case. We'll be right back.
Everybody drink our coffee, smile and have a sunshine day. Everybody do what you're doing, smile and have a sunshine day. Everybody do what you're doing, your smile will bring a sunshine day.
Drink up
the celebration, we're together, join your hands in harmony. Everybody, do what you're doing. Smile and have a sunshine day.
Everybody, start every day with delicious, nutritious Cowbell coffee and have a sunshine day.
Everybody, drink our coffee. Smile and have a sunshine day.
Sense, media sampa baby o. Makasa na yetie. Say high sense king kong phone. Apa modi bia. You high sense king kong 1 and you high sense king kong 2 and you high sense king kong 3. Still high sense king kong phone. Ensuro hiase. Ensuro tona se show bottom na de na enwu a. Uni how enya hwe. High sense king kong battery check. Ne one day afe ena ne bo da form tutu kako high sense showroom bia ne kwajo king kong 1 2 or 3 madam high sense matete so ma we say who afe frey 0302 550000 high sense everyday prizes for everyday people.
You're welcome back. The show is in association with Cowbell Coffee. Kojo Edwasare is here with me. But before then, let's go to the Alisa Hotel and join Kweku Obinyeje, the reporter from Star 103.5 FM. Thank you, Kweku. What has been happening in the last hour?
Well, Nanaba, after we spoke earlier, we've had reinforcement, I should say, of more of the members of the National Council entering that building. I keep pointing at the building because currently it is the hottest place to be if you're a member of the New Patriotic Party. The president, straight from history from the Ashanti region, drove into this premises and walked into the building. He's not the only one who's walked in there. We've also spotted former President Kufuor, who has also walked into that building. But whatever they are discussing, we don't know. The media is still patiently waiting outside to hear what the outcome of this meeting is. But take a look at the car park right now. It looks loaded, yes, with cars of the dignitaries and personalities who are meeting in there. It should tell you that a meeting in there is very crucial. However, I should also say that security is still tight here, perhaps because the president is here.
I'm not sure how long this meeting is going to stay through the night, but I want to believe you're going to be there until the president and his appointees and members of his party walk out of that building. But you mentioned earlier that Otiko Jaba had already been cited there. Bugri Dabu is also there at this meeting. What have they been telling you? For those who've been speaking to, who've been generous enough to speak to you, what have they been telling you about this feud and how it makes them feel as a party?
Well, not only Madam Otiko Jaba or Bugri Nabo have not been speaking to us, but other members of the council are tight-lipped on what is even going to be discussed in the building, the Butio building here at Alisa Hotel. Earlier, we saw Madam Otiko Jaba walked out of the meeting. We don't know where she went to, but she went back into the meeting grounds. Perhaps maybe she went to use the washroom. We can't tell, but we're still waiting patiently. I should say that the premises currently is very calm, Nana, very, very calm. But we're expecting to have a very busy, if you like, Alisa Hotel right when the meeting is over, and we'll surely bring our viewers details right here on GH1 television.
Many thanks, Kweku Obing. We'll come to you later if anything else comes up. Thank you very much for your time. Now, Kojo Edwasari, say Kojo, of course, this issue between Bugri Nabu and Otiko Jaba, I'm sure within the NDC, it's got all of you talking. Maybe a bit of excitement knowing what these two individuals did against your party, set against your presidential candidates at the time.
Yeah, Radaba, good evening to yourself and your viewers. And it's been quite a while on your show.
Yes.
Yes. The last time I came here, I was something else.
Yeah, I remember.
Today, in a different capacity
yes.
altogether.
Yes.
I think this whole brouhaha between these two personalities is what it is because, of course, social media as it is, as we all identify it as one very powerful tool, and it can easily blow up an issue that sometimes you may think, oh, let me just throw something out there and get away with it. And this whole thing emanated from the write-up that Otiko
yes.
did on the post he posted on Facebook, and subsequently response purported to have come from Bugri Nabu and all of that, and the contents of those two posts. And of course, for us in NDC, it's not new to us because these two personalities involved, we have already told Ghanaians the stuff they are made of. Just that they didn't believe what we said. Ghanaians thought we were rather the wrong ones, those who were rather, trying to fabricate or trying to parry an issue that we thought was not true. The chicken has come home to roost now. Bugri Nabu is now accusing Otiko. And for us, the key issue here, which borders on legal and, let me say, national security and whatever that has got to do with it, is the allegation of the gender minister and one appointee, Upper West Regional.
He's actually retracted the comments he made against that minister, the Upper West Regional Minister.
Well, maybe under pressure or under duress, they think that the magnitude of the issue is pushing the case to the wrong place. So they will compel him to come out there and say something, thinking that Ghanaians will just swallow it hook, line, and sinker and just let it go. We are not ready to let this matter go. Whatever the intentions, in the Bible, this is what, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So for us, we believe that whatever the man said did not just come out of the vacuum. It is something.
You don't think it was out of a fit of anger?
Anger against whom? This is
because there had been allegations leveled against him that he was taking chicken and goats and sheep to give out a point.
Yeah. All right, but you see, let's get serious here. This is not even me at my age. I don't think I can be put under such pressure to throw out matters that have to do with murder. Just like that, or allege any such thing against people, public officials, certain ministers. Okay, let alone a grandfather like Bugri Nabu. Someone, I mean, we all know how people, I mean, the Ghana's tradition, we believe in wisdom sits with age or comes with age. So we expect that somebody at that age will not just throw out issues without knowing the facts. Okay, and he was dealing with what's his name, Otiko Jaba. How did it extend to the Upper West or Upper East Regional Minister, right? Yes. How did it extend to him? In any case, we are talking about a particular region where this man comes from, the minister comes from, and all of that. And for me, this case is still pending. There are other suspects that are on trial on this same case. I would think that we have to bring pressure to bear on the state of Ghana to ensure that whatever this man knows about the murder of Adam Mahama, it's brought out there for everybody to know. We shouldn't just, oh, they've come to apologize, so just let it go. No. Otherwise, let's go to Nsawam prison and release all those who are in prison, because people, even at their trials... Aren't you exaggerating? No! At their trials, some of them plead with the judges for whatever. Why is it that the judges take the plea and still sentence them? So for me, I think we shouldn't just drop this matter where it is. I am going to tie my ropes to whoever or whatever the NDC would like to do on this matter, where we will push and push and push till justice is brought out there.
What is the NDC planning to do?
Well, I can't sit on TV and say it, but certainly we won't let this matter rest where it's sitting, no.
What are you expecting? That they should be called in by the police?
Certainly.
Or Bugri Nabu should be called in
exactly.
by the police
They should be questioned. And whatever he knows, whatever Afisa Jaba's role was, he should let us know. Whatever the Roxanne Bukari's role was, he should let us know.
But you don't think that in a moment of madness, you can throw certain tantrums and you really don't mean it. You know very well that it is not true. Even if it's true, you cannot substantiate them, but you're just throwing these tantrums. You see, you don't think this is what happened?
So you think the family of Adam Mahama should just, oh, Bugri was drunk, oh, whatever we call it. Somebody said this on radio a while ago, that, oh, let's take it as boost talk. That's the Ashanti Regional Secretary, MPP, Sam Pine. He said that on another network a while ago, that, oh, yeah, let's take it as a boost talk. You see the way we go in, trying to trivialize very serious issues. Wow. We can't let that happen. These are not kids. These are leaders who should know better, who shouldn't be playing chicken and, duck games like this in the first place. Okay, under any circumstance, these two people in other jurisdictions, by now, they would have tendered in their resignation, or they would have been fired by now, before we even looked at the criminal aspects of it. So we cannot just sweep it under the carpet and think that, oh, let it be, and let's just, no, it can't happen. And you see, my only worry here is that just a while ago, the civil society organizations in this country were very vociferous on matters like this. All of a sudden, they've all gone to bed. Okay, whatever they call them, the CDD here, all manner of them. Whatever they call the other ones, occupants of righteousness. Hey.
Which one is occupants of righteousness? Occupy Ghana. I didn't know occupants of righteousness. Okay, so there was Occupy Ghana. You're talking about
they've all gone dead silent. I mean, these were people who were pontificating.
The Peace Council.
whatever was right, whatever was lawful, whatever was legal, and they were vociferous about matters like this. All of a sudden, they've all have, I mean, for me, what it does is that it looks like this country is being split into two halves. When it's about those of us in NDC, it is taken in a different light. When it's about the MPP, it's a different matter altogether. A while ago, it's a jailbreak, and what is it, a jailbreak or whatever? People.
You're talking about the Delta.
The Delta forces.
Okay.
And you had virtually, soft punches. Oh, they should get back, and they should. Can you imagine if anybody in NDC, look at how they handle this Muntie 3. These are guys who had even gone to jail for 6 weeks already. Okay? Look at what happened. These guys were standing trial, and they had the guts to disrupt proceedings and walk off in a country like Ghana. I'm surprised. Some of us, I mean, sometimes it's even difficult for us to believe that this is how far we've come in the last 4 months.
The NDC feels that they've been hard done by Ghanaians.
Oh, can't you feel it yourself? Can't you feel it? I mean, you see, the only thing is, when you bastardize someone so badly, and you find that your own child has traces of whatever that person looked like, that's what happens.
Okay.
Because then it hits you like a thunderbolt. Say, ooh, wow, why was I so hard on these people? Since I had one of such persons in my own home.
What would you expect the party to do to these two individuals?
Which party? The NPP? Well, like I said, in the first place, they have to be sacked, first and foremost. The two of them. One as whatever they are.
One is a minister, the other one is a chairman.
He has to be sacked. She has to be sacked first and foremost. With the party, I think they have to go through certain procedures. Yeah. Suspension, the Council of Elders will have to, the disciplinary committee will have to look through. But again, this same woman doubles as the women's organizer. So, I mean, there's some, I don't know how the party constitution is going to deal with this particular matter, but whichever way, it's bad. If
they sacked them, will the NDC be okay?
Well, it doesn't end the criminal aspect of it.
Okay.
All right. That one is the state that should take interest in that, and not the NDC.
Okay.
Because we are still looking for a way to unravel the mystery surrounding the death of Adam Mahama. The courts are still struggling. The prosecution or the prosecutors are trying to find what it takes to. So if someone has volunteered such an information, it's only proper that the state gets busy on that.
And the issues of the allegations of corruption against Buguri Nabu. I mean, it's no news when the issue of corruption comes up, because before the elections, he alleged that he had been bribed to cause disruptions in the NPP with a V8.
Hasn't he started?
A colossal amount of money.
He postponed the causing disruptions from the election to now. You understand? Because yes, here he is. The confusion has already erupted in the NPP. So if that, whatever we call bribe, I'm sure this is the time that the bribe is rather working. Because here we are, look at what is happening within the NPP after 4 months or so in government. We told Ghanaians that this guy is a liar. This guy was just saying all manner of things that did not sit with whatever transpired and so on.
Was it really a lie?
For me, you see, if you will reject a Pajero, okay, you reject a Pajero, a Mitsubishi Pajero, and go for cows and goats and sheep.
He probably likes life, so. That's just by the way.
But on a more serious note, I think that it also, tells the weakness of the party at that level, where leaders will succumb to, pressure, like to take decisions based on goats and cows. You understand? Just because somebody brings you a cow, you think whatever whoever that person is cut for a DC
but he has said that the allegations against him are very ridiculous because, I mean, he will not stoop so low.
Approaching free suasi, or say appropriately free suasi, because I said that Chemewa, to which if spirogyra or whatever they call it comes out of water.
Aponcheni is not spirogyra.
No,
Aponcheni is a frog.
Apopobibri.
Aponcheni is a frog.
I said apopobibri.
Okay.
Free suasi. You know apopobibri?
Yes, spirogyra.
Yes. So free suasi because I said then Chemewa.
You are turning it around. It's actually Aponcheni. No, it's the frog, not the spider.
No, it's residing. It resides in water 24/7. As for frog, they go and come. They live on land.
You need tree lessons.
Oh, rather.
Yes,
I do that almost every week.
Really? You take tree lessons?
No,
I mean, you could be speaking tree, but yeah, your tree is.
No, this one I picked it from my mom. My late mom.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
I'll leave it there.
Right. So it's not like we should just. These are two people, party bigwigs. They know themselves, and it was corroborated. Don't forget, by the Northern Regional Women's Organizer of the NPP. She lives in the region. So what are we doubting? This is what is happening. And you see the NPP rushes, the General Secretary is out there. No, everybody should keep quiet. Don't talk, don't do this. What are they trying to hide?
I mean, for somebody like you who is a communicator for the NDC, tell us how difficult it is for communicators in times like this. When you have officials of your party or your government talking loosely.
Well, it's not a good thing. For me, I think that leadership has a lot to do with what a person does under pressure. Okay, whatever your reaction under any pressure determines whether you are a good leader or whatever it is that you can be described with. I think that when you are angry, the best thing to do is to keep quiet. For me, that's a policy, or let me say a virtue that I try, because the more I speak, the more loosely, as you rightly said earlier, the more loosely I talk. You see, but you don't talk loosely because you want to just insult. You insult a person with something that you have already harbored in your heart, that you may not have had the opportunity to tell the person. So you pull it all out and heap it at that time because of anger. You understand?
So that's why you think that
yes,
what they're saying
exactly.
should not be taken with a pinch of
salt. Not at all. Because, yes, if I'm lying, you should tell me. When you are angry and you want to insult somebody, you don't just get up and I'm TB and this and that and that. You look for something that all of this while has been hiding somewhere. You pick it and you know that is what when I hit him with, it will settle. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. But as I said, leaders, especially political, public officers like us, we should learn how to communicate very well in public, even under whatever situation. We should also know what to say, what to write. And the worst is when you put it into writing, because then you are institutionalizing because Otiku, she can never be, whatever she's put on Facebook will never erase till she leaves this earth. It will chase her wherever she goes. It will be pulled out any time somebody wants to have anything against her. So it's even worse still. It's even worse when you write, but even better still, you still have to control your anger, look for the right people, and get them to sit on the matter. Because I think that if Bugri Nabu went and disrupted a meeting, a supposed meeting, the best thing she should have done was to report to whoever tasked her to do that job and leave it, rather than to take or arrogate some powers, because they said this was the first lady that sent her. So probably she felt that, yes, I am standing in the legs of the first lady, so I can push age aside, I can push respect aside and just throw in anything. Because yes, Maba, because we told them, even during the vetting, you saw what happened, how the stance the NDC and the minority took on her appointment, because we thought that she didn't have the temperament to manage that office. And here we are, her first few days in office, some of her utterances made headlines, a mini skirt here, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So we all knew that we are getting somewhere. Thankfully, this one, it's an in-house issue between themselves. But they veered off from their in-house matter into matters of criminality. That is why I think that, or myself and others think that the state should jump into this matter and investigate whatever they know about the death of Adamama.
Okay, so when you meet your colleagues in the NDC and this issue comes up, what do you say to each other, knowing very well what these two mean to the party, to your party?
Oh, no, I mean, you see, some of us, we are not trivial. You understand? Of course, people will troll the NDC, MPP on social media and all that, punching, good, whatever. Those ones, we can allow it to go. But as I said, for some of us, we are serious with governance. Because, you see, it's going to be difficult for me to even go back, even though I'm not in government now. It's going to be difficult to go back to do the kind of things that I used to do before because of the position I've held and what comes along with it. Even in my private life, I have to be careful the steps I navigate. Okay, so it is important that whatever we do, we should look at the state of Ghana, the nation Ghana, and the things that will make Ghana a better country, will give Ghana a better name, and all of that. This is not something that you wish for a Ghanaian. If you're a Ghanaian and you hear these things going on anywhere on the internet, you wouldn't be happy about Ghana. And in the last 4 months, these are the things we've been seeing, these are things we've been hearing. And as the Professor Mate said, the mistakes are becoming one too many. The MPP, in 4 months, the mistakes are just rolling over one after the other. Week after week, there's one scandal, one issue, all kinds of things. And it looks like there's some leadership problem somewhere. The president is interested in reading speeches, nice speeches.
Is he?
Oh, can't you see? That's all he does.
All presidents read speeches.
No, he loves it. He loves, this particular one loves reading speeches. And he's good at it.
What is wrong with reading speeches?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. He loves it. And he does it so perfectly and expertly. I don't have any qualms about that. Okay. But you can tell that is, instead of looking at other things, anything that will give him the opportunity to read a speech is more of what he gets interested in.
I don't even know where this is coming from.
No, observe.
I've been observing.
Please, observe.
I've been observing.
He doesn't miss one opportunity to read a speech.
But if you're invited anyway, if you're performing a duty, you will read a speech.
Yeah, which is fine. I don't have a problem, but you can tell. But we've had other presidents. Is it every program that the president goes to or attends?
I'm sure he receives a lot of invitations, but he doesn't attend all of them.
Almost every day he's reading a speech.
Now you're being mischievous.
I'm not being mischievous. I said observe. You can tell, and you see, the speeches are being read on one hand. On the other hand, terrible things are happening.
That is why he's called a meeting this evening.
Well, we hope that subsequent to this meeting, something positive will happen.
Well, they held a number of meetings, although they were all closed or they were not advertised like this, to deal with the vigilante issue. There's a reason. It's gone down completely now. I mean, we don't hear anything.
Please, it doesn't take away the dent and the scar that it has inflicted on this country.
Okay.
It doesn't take away.
All right.
This country, the history of this country, whenever we are recounting the history, we can never forget about those first few days in government and the terrible nature of security, national security that we had to go through. We've seen it. All right, so these are things that are documented. They are on paper. We will not stop reading. It will keep coming every now and then.
Right.
So for me, I'm saying that the president loves to read, to read speeches, and it's fine if he's mixing the speech reading with, the governance, proper governance. You understand? Here we are mess all over the place, national security challenges, internal. We told Ghanaians that this party is not, what do you call it? It's a divided party. Just that they managed to use it to win elections, which is fine.
So can you believe them?
Now, the main cracks in the party is out there.
But these challenges will definitely come up, whether you like it or not.
I don't have a problem. That's why it's a party. But I'm saying that we told Ghanaians.
All
right, ahead of time.
Let's take our last break.
The former president, ex-president, Mahama told them that, hey, this man, when he becomes president, he will preside over a divided party.
Well, is the party divided? They're not divided.
Sorry?
The party is not divided.
Who says so?
They're having problems. Just like in your party, you have problems.
You think so?
They're not divided.
This is a pure division. Can't you see it? Can't you feel it?
Is your party divided?
Our party, we are dealing with internal issues.
Yes, so these internal issues exist in a lot of parties.
Please, somebody is accusing someone of murder. Two people of murder. All right, that's a different thing.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back shortly with Kojo Iduasare.
We unite. We defy. We hope. We dream. We play. We are fire in our hearts.
Celebrate 60 years of independence with a Guinness or Sajifo. Grab a bottle and look under the crown for a chance to win one of over 1 million bottles. Taste the celebration with Guinness.
Enough! Abba! Plenty medical bills. I have tried different methods and it hasn't prevented thing. My son has been in the hospital twice this year because of malaria. I haven't had a good night's sleep in years. But now no more. Since I painted with Innesfly insecticide paint. Copy.
Innesfly insecticide paint kills mosquitoes dead for up to 2 years. It is a quality paint, a healthier option, and it's totally safe for humans and pets.
Take my word for it. Paint malaria out. Use Innesfly insecticide paint now.
Innesfly for a pest-free life.
Every battle has a winner. Every throne has a leader. Citizens, which artist will earn your vote? Live on the 27th May from the Accra International Conference Center at exactly 8 p.m. Empire presents Ghana Miss Niger 2017. From Ghana, Shatta Wale and Manifest. From Nigeria, Davido and Falls the Bad Guy. With a surprise performance from Tiwa Savage. Get upper deck tickets for 150 cities, VIP tickets for 200 cities, and VVIP tickets 300 cities from Unibank branches at Accra Mall, World Trade Center, and Kokomimli, or from Star FM and Live FM. For platinum ticket delivery, which comes with unlimited drinks on the night, call 057-761-9555. Sponsors: Unibank Smile and MasterCard, Aloma Gold Natural Herbs and Fruits, Paba Cosmetics, the luxurious Tang Palace Hotel, Nasco Mobile, Emerge Ghana, official media partners EIB Network and YFM. This event is powered by Empire and proudly brought to you by Unibank, caring for you.
I'm an expensive guy, you want cheap side?
Welcome back to State of Affairs, brought to you by Cowbell Coffee, and I'm here with Kojo Iduasare, the former presidential staffer. So we've got just about 5 minutes to wrap up. What have you been up to?
Myself?
Your business and making more money.
Yeah, of course. That's all I do for now. Since I became a private, I'm trying to establish a few things. Things I left some years ago that are not really in good shape. I'm trying to put them together and see how many.
How's life in a position?
Well, maybe it hasn't hit me that badly yet, but I also learn how to abound and abase, as the Bible says. So I'm okay. It doesn't matter what situation I find myself. I'm sure I will survive.
Because you're well-to-do.
Not really. I wish I am very well-to-do. but I'm okay by His grace. I mean, in all humility, whatever will make me have a decent life, I'm sure God has blessed me with
Do you
that.
miss it? Do you miss being in government?
Oh, you see, politics has a way it deals with people differently. You may be in government and not feel the government. Okay? I mean, sometimes it happens that, yes, you are in government and yet you don't feel part of it somehow, depending on what role you are playing. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, I personally, at a certain point, didn't really, I think I wasn't utilized to my capacity.
Okay.
You understand? So, sometimes I miss that bit, that there's this potential that could have been harnessed. But, well, you also pray that tomorrow may come. When tomorrow comes, you are able to fit yourself somewhere and unleash whatever potential that you have.
Are you for JM for 2020?
Well, JM is a fantastic personality. I think he did his best for the NDC. Unfortunately, we did not win. It doesn't mean that he cannot come back. Whenever he decides so to do, I believe we will all give him the opportunity.
Do you think he can win an
Certainly,
election?
because even though our report is not out, for some of us who, I would say, lurked around the hierarchy of the party and government, we can identify some of the challenges we had. And we believe that with the document that is coming out, the report, all such issues will be addressed. Once we are able to do so, I don't see any, because you see, NPP did not present any competition that much. We did not play our cards very well. And if you looked at the results that came, you realize that the last election results, whatever Nanado added to that number this year was very minimal. Okay, we rather lost a lot vis-a-vis the numbers we got the last time. So certainly it tells you that voter apathy in my constituency, for instance, I've said this, I think, on this show before. I haven't had the opportunity.
Yes, you haven't.
Somewhere else. I think people thought we had won already. I met one guy, not one guy, about 4 of them in a group. They were in a queue and the machine was faulty then. So they said they should wait. They were fixing, trying to get the machine to work and all of that. So they met me, honorable, honorable, honorable. So I spoke with them. And they said they were going to find something to do. They've been in the queue for quite a while. And the machine, I didn't say, you see, so imagine if people had this kind of a mindset, thinking, oh, we won already. Maybe we over demonstrated that, confidence that everything is right. So just so people bought into it and never even went to the polling station to. But NDC, we've done this before. We've had occasion to come back from opposition to win power. What we haven't done before is to do it in a record time, after just one term, which is the challenge that we have engaged ourselves in. We'll make sure we deliver that challenge in 2020.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to us.
I'm grateful for having me.
Is a former presidential staffer. Have a good night.
State of Affairs was proudly brought to you by Cowbell Coffee.